I didn't close a $5,000 deal by slaving away on Upwork or relying on AI agents that sound smart but don't actually sell. I simply understood a need in the market and I used AI and sales automation to solve it. See, most people who talk about AI and automation haven't really made real money with it. And as much as I'd like to sit here and overload you with cold sounding information and shiny ideas, it's just not going to make you money. As a band freelancer, I used to chase clients, sending out proposal after proposal like I was begging for work. Then I realized that it wasn't the life that I really wanted to live. So I went down the rabbit hole of AI and automation. Then I quickly saw that most people who were talking about it didn't have any idea on how to actually make money with it. They'll tell you it's the future and show you all these fancy tools and cool features, but in reality, if your automation doesn't get clients, it's just complete bullshit. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to actually use AI and sales automation so you can make money. And the best way to do this is by walking you through a sales system that I've recently sold for a recruitment company for about $5,000 using what I'd like to call a pain sniffing tactic and how easy it is for you to do the same. So whether you are a freelancer that's tired of an unpredictable income, maybe you quit your job and decided to go online but feel like clients don't value your worth, or maybe you're just a beginner who wants to learn how to do this without any sales or coding experience, trust me, it's possible. You don't need to be a genius to build a profitable sales agency. I was a nightclub bouncer, then an Upwork freelancer, then I got banned with over 2K held hostage by the platform to now running a 7-figure agency. So stick around because by the end of this video, you'll have a clear, actionable roadmap to use an AI and sales automation so you can build real life systems that clients will happily pay $3,000 to $10,000. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so here is the invoice that the clients paid. I charged $5,000 for this, and this was essentially a recruitment company based in the UK. And if you guys are wondering what Mercury is, it's essentially my bank account, and I would highly recommend you guys Mercury just because they make it extremely seamless for people who are operating an online business to receive money and process money in general. Another reason to use Mercury is for tax reasons. Wink, wink. So now that I showed you the exact payment that I received from this client, let me walk you through step by step on how I've managed to close the deal. So I use a tactic that's called pain sniffing. So I've built a sales system that scraped recruitment companies that were hiring for roles such as HR, hiring manager, talent acquisition specialists. And I reached out to them using hyper-personalized messages that made closing extremely easy. So the system scraped LinkedIn, right, for job boards of recruitment companies hiring for HR roles such as a hiring manager, HR manager, talent acquisition specialist, etc. Okay, and then the system finds the CEO of that recruitment company, right, and then generates a hyper-personalized message specifically for that lead. So this is sort of the high level of what the system does. Now, when you scrape LinkedIn, the job listing sometimes will include the recruiter name, and it's the person who actually posted the job. Okay, so in this workflow, we have two routes. So we're going to scrape job boards, right, off LinkedIn. And if that job listing includes the recruiter name, aka the person who posted the job, we're going to generate a copy that's going to be, hey, first name, and we're adding a congrats line, essentially just a personalized line that mentions their recent milestones, case studies, or achievements, right? And then we're going to say, wasn't sure whether I should reach out to you directly or recruiter name, right? So the recruiter name that was mentioned in that job listing. But I saw that company name, right, is hiring for job title. Imagine you need help finding great people faster without overwhelming your current hiring resources. If so, you should check out my process, my company. We can build outbound sales systems that make your hiring 9 times faster and help you fill positions that would normally take months in just weeks. And then at the end, I'm adding everything to my Instantly campaign to reach out to them directly. And then obviously, some of the job listings will not include the recruiter name. So we're going to find the CEO of that recruitment company, and then we're going to say, hey, first name, and we're also going to include the congrats line. And then our copy is going to be, looked at your job board and saw you hiring for a job title. And then we're going to add a non-surface level observation, which I believe this is the real juice of this sales system. If so, you should check out my process, my company. We can build outbound sales systems that make your hire 9 times faster and help you fill positions that would normally take months and just weeks. Okay. And then at the end, we're adding everything to our Instantly campaign. So basically, this is the project scope. So now let's just go ahead and implement this, and let me just build this entire system for you from scratch. So step one is I'm going to go to linkedin.com/jobs. Okay. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to go to title, skill, or company, and I'm just going to type in talent acquisition. Okay. And I'm just going to choose United States. In your case, you can choose any country you want. And I'm going to go to filters, and I'm going to filter by past week and most recent. And I'm going to choose industry, which is going to be staffing and recruiting. And location, let me niche down to New York, Dallas, Houston, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Austin. Let me just actually choose the entire states that I have here. Okay. So 1K results, and then show 1K results. So these are all recruitment companies that are hiring for HR manager, healthcare recruiter, etc., etc. So step 2 now is I'm going to go to Apify. So I'm going to go to incognito just to sign you to Apify, just because I already have an account and I want to show you step by step on how to actually do it. So I'm going to go to get started, and I'm going to continue with Google. There we go. And click on continue. All right, great. So in terms of name, I'm just going to put my name, and the username is going to be Cell Systems Lord Saad. Obviously, the username is forbidden. Okay. Lord of Outreach. Because obviously I'm the Lord of Outreach. Okay, so I'm going to go to search for actors. I'm going to type in LinkedIn job. And the one that I want is going to be this right here, LinkedIn job scraper. And then now I'm going to go back and copy this URL, right? Just copy it, go back, paste it here. And in terms of number of jobs needed, we're just going to put 1,000. Run option is going to be no timeouts. Make sure you toggle scrape company details and click on save and start. And then we're just going to have to wait until the scraper finishes scraping. So there we go, system info, etc. And we're going to see all the jobs here in the output. So we're going to have to wait like 10 to 15 minutes. So the actor is getting our data. If I go to log, so crawler statistics, remaining requests, and there we go, the first 7 results. So we have the company description, and then we have company slogan, we have the company website, we have the description of that job. And you see here, sometimes we will have the job poster name, which is Kate Drury. Sometimes we have undefined. So our flow is going to handle both cases. Okay. We also have the job poster profile URL, which is awesome. These are all the job titles that these recruitment companies are hiring for. So senior talent acquisition partner, hiring top talent in the recruitment industry. Okay, great. So now we're just going to have to wait until we have like 1,000 record here. Okay. So I'm just going to pause the recording until this scraper finishes scraping. I'm going to get back to you. Okay, so we just finished scraping. So we scraped 1,000 results, which was successful. Now, step 2 is we're going to go to make.com and we're going to start building the system. It's going to take us 20 minutes. So go to make.com. And then you're going to go to create a new scenario. Okay. And then step 1 is click on this plus button, type in Apify in the search bar, and click on get dataset items. Okay. Click on add, go to connection type is going to be Apify API token. Let's just name this 5K system, recruitment, Okay. And the API token is going to be in settings. So go to settings, go to API integration, default API token, and click on copy. So this is the button of copy. Then you have to go back, paste that in here, and click on save. And then we're going to hardcode the dataset ID. And let me show you where the dataset ID is. It's going to be in storage, and it's going to be dataset ID. So copy it, paste that in here. In terms of limit, let's just put 5 and click on save and then run once. So there we go. Now I got access to this data from Apify in Make. So now I can manipulate it. I can do whatever I want to it. So let's just name this get data from Apify. Okay, sweet. So now, let's go back. So step 1, scrape job boards is done. Now, if the recruiter name exists, we're going to find the CEO full name, valid email. Okay, so we're going to have to click on this plus button. We're going to choose flow control, router. Now, the first flow is going to be condition, poster, full name exists. So poster name exists. Click on save. And then the second flow is going to be poster full name does not exist. Does not exist. So poster name does not exist. Okay. So if poster name exists, right? Poster name exists. We're going to have to find the CEO of the recruitment company. Okay. So we're going to click on this plus button. And I want to ask you a question. What is the best way to find the decision maker of a company? Well, simply Google the company name along with decision maker or founder. So for example, if I type in my process founder, I'm going to get Saad. Okay. So in our case, how about we do the same, right? Isn't that straightforward? So company name, Aston Carter. So if I type in Aston Carter founder, Aston Carter's president, Chad Kuel. So this is the president, Chad Kuel. Okay. So now let's do the same thing for this company, but let's do it at scale. And to do this at scale is we're going to use a platform called Rapid API. Okay. So I'm just going to go to Rapid API, which is this one, which is a marketplace for APIs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to sign up. Okay. And I'm just going to sign up with Google. Very, very easy. Choose this account, continue. There we go. And then now name, I'm just going to put my name. This is just basically their onboarding. And then founder, for example, and submit. So there we go. So now I'm going to go to this API that I have, which is Google search. And I'm going to click on subscribe to tests, start free plan. And essentially all I have to do now is just put in my credit card. I'm not going to pay anything just because it's free. Okay. So let me just do it. Okay. So now I have access to it. So I'm going to go to open playground. And there we go. So now I want you to pay attention to what I'm going to do. So I'm going to click on this plus button, choose HTTP, make a request. And the URL that I'm going to query is essentially going to be this one that I have. And I believe, and the prompt needed. So prompts needed. So find CEO name, which is going to be this one. So copy this. And now I'm just going to put the company name here and the website. Map the website. And then I'm going to leave you this URL again in the resource. So rest assured. And then I'm going to go to headers, which is going to be this header, copy, paste it in name. And the value is going to be this value. Copy, paste. Name is going to be again, Rapid API, copy, and then paste it in name. And then the API key is going to be the API key. Paste it in value, parse response, and I believe that's pretty much it. Okay. So in terms of limit, let me just put 1 for now here. And then let's just save and run. And this one, we don't have the poster name. So we need to, let's just skip the first record. Offset just means skipping the first record. If I run once, there we go. Let me just put myself here so you can see the actual results. If I go to results 1, so this is the founder of this company that we have. Okay, so Stephen Talbot. Is he the founder? Oh yeah, founder of CQR, which is, okay, staffing and recruiting. All right. And let's double check if the website is actually true. Let me just copy this URL. Okay, so great. Yeah, so the data is accurate. Awesome. So now we validated that the system worked. We're going to have to click on this plus button. And now we need to retrieve this full name that we got from the Google search. And we're going to use AI to do it. So Entropic Claude, I'm just going to use Entropic. In your case, you can use any AI model that you want. You do not need to be married to Entropic. You can use OpenAI, Gemini, etc. And I'm going to choose max token 750. Add message is going to be user. Content is going to be text. And the text is actually going to be the prompt that I have, which is retrieve full name. So copy it, paste that in here, and retrieve the person's full name from results title, and it's going to be a LinkedIn URL. Okay, click on save. And then we're going to parse this JSON because the results is going to be JSON. Oops, not aggregate. Sorry. JSON, parse JSON. Okay. So now I'm just going to map in the text response. And now I'm going to have to run once and ignore warnings. So the name is Stephen Talbot. Awesome. So now, since I have the website of this company and I also have the founder name, I can find their email address. I'm going to click on this plus button and I'm going to use an email enrichment platform called AnyMail Finder, which is going to be anymailfinder.com. Now, I can use my own email enrichment platform that's called SSM Masters. But I'm cognitive of my viewers just because they don't have access to this. And this is essentially for people in the community. So the thought process of building this, if you guys don't know, any member that joins SSM, which is a community that I run, gets access to our handmade tools. So instead of them paying for the membership, then having to worry about paying for additional software, I was like, how can I make the member's life a lot easier? And the best way to make their life easier is just to cut down the costs. Okay, so they can focus on the actual work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use AnyMail Finder because I'm assuming most people who are going to watch this don't have access to it. So I'm going to go to app. So once you sign up, go to app and go to API and then copy this API key, copy it, go back to make and look for AnyMail Finder, search for person's email, click on add, paste your API key, and then just name this example YouTube 5K, for example, and click on save. Okay. So search by domain. I'm going to map in the website and the full name is going to be the person that we actually retrieved, which is going to be a result. And then click on run once. And now we found the email. Great, Stephen. All right. So since we found the email, what we're going to have to do now is we're going to have to, let's go back. So recruiter name exists. Find the CEO full name along with their valid email. We're going to have to generate a congrats line. Okay. So what I'm going to do again, click on this plus button, go to Entropic Claude, create a prompt. I'm going to choose a model, the latest one, max tokens 3060. Click on add message, user. Content is going to be text. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to prompts needed and I'm going to copy this prompt, Paste that in here. And then what I'm going to feed in is the company description. Yeah, company description. Click on save. Okay. And this is going to be congrats line. And then I'm going to add a filter here, set up a filter, only if email exists. So email exists or email found, question mark. Okay, so now after I generate the congrats line, what I'm going to do is I want to generate this copy right here. Okay, so if you noticed here, we have recruiter name. So we need to retrieve the poster name, which is going to be the recruiter. So I'm going to click on this plus button, go to set variable, which is going to be in tools, set variable. And then it's going to be recruiter first name. And I'm just going to take the poster full name, which is going to be this lady, Kate. And I'm going to split based off a space. And then I'm going to get the first name, which is going to be Kate. So what I'm doing is I'm splitting Kate Drury based off a little space. See this little space? And then I'm getting 1, which is Kate. And then 2 is the last name. Okay. So save. And then it's going to be recruiter first name. All right. Let me just save this. Auto align this. So recruiter first name. Now I'm going to have to copy this, paste that in here. Okay. And this is going to be dream email. So this is the end copy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and just basically copy this entire thing. Paste that in here. So hey, first name. Again, we're going to have to map the first name of this person here. Again, we're going to get the first name by splitting based off a space. And then get the first one. And then we're going to add now the congrats line. And then the recruiter name is the recruiter first name. And then company name is obviously going to be company name, hiring for job title. Now check this out. Now let's just name this dream email. And then let's just run once. So, hey, Steven, congrats on GQR's innovative talent solution blend. Few managed to stay ahead in this evolving space while maintaining quality at scale. Wasn't sure whether I should reach out to you directly or Kate, but I saw that GQR, I see a little space that we need to remove, is hiring for a senior cloud recruiter. Okay, so need to remove a line here and then remove the space here. And there we go. Now it's fixed. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is if recruiter name does not exist, we're going to click on this plus button. Again, make a request to the same thing. It's going to be this address. Copy it. Paste it here. Again, copy this headers. Go to headers. Paste that in here. And looks like we didn't copy this. So let me just Control C again. Paste it here. And then again, copy this, paste this here in the value. So essentially the same thing we're doing. And then rapid API key, which is going to be key, paste this in name, and the key is going to be the value. Paste that in here, click on save. And now the only thing I have to do is just Control C, paste that in here. And then now we need to actually so let me just unlink this and let me just remove the offsets from here and then let's just run once. So I think we have an issue here. Not really sure. Let me just unlink this. Okay, now I'm not going to have that issue. Yeah. Okay. Great. So now I can map again the title, which is going to be, let me check this. Let me actually see the results here. So data. Oh yeah, we forgot to parse the response. Yeah, parse response. Now let's just run this entire thing for our sanity again. There we go. Now I can map the data correctly. So the full name from results, title, and the LinkedIn URL is going to be URL. Same thing. And then let's just run once. There we go. This is the founder of this company. Okay, so an email finder unfortunately couldn't find the email. Okay, that's fine. So what we're gonna have to do is let's just copy this dream email. And actually, before we actually do anything, we need to link this, auto-line this, then save this. And we need to generate a non-service level observation. Okay, so when recruitment name does not exist, find the CEO, and then we generate non-service observation. Okay, the way we're going to do is we're going to go to prompts, and this is the one that we're going to need. So copy this, okay? Click on this plus button, choose Entropic, create a prompt again. Pretty easy. Go to models, is going to be Sonets 36C. Messages, add message. User is going to be content, is going to be text, and then paste in the prompts right here. And the job title is going to be the title, okay? And click on save. And then now this is going to be non-surface level observation. Okay, so save this. And the last thing is going to be the dream email. So let me just copy it, paste it here. And the copy is going to be Control-C. And then the result is obviously going to be the result along with the congrats line. And then we're going to add the non-surface level observation. Okay, great. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. Now let's just run this at 2 limits and offset the second 2. And then let's just run once. Okay. Okay, so we found the email, etc. Hey, Andrew, congrats on building a specialized talent ecosystem across 6 demand sectors, addressing the persistent supply-demands imbalance that most recruiters overlook. Wasn't sure whether I should reach out to you directly or Brooke, but I saw that, I don't know, there's an issue here. Oh, yeah. Why is there an is here? Must be in a typo. That's. Okay, recruitment name. Company name. Okay, click on save. And then last step is we're going to add everything to our Instantly campaign. So add leads to a campaign. So I'm going to go to Instantly. And then I'm going to create a campaign. Add new. Let's just name this 5K system. Continue. And then I'm going to go to settings. And I'm going to go to integration. API keys. Go to version 1. Copy your API key. Go back. Go to add. And paste it in here. Simple. Now the campaign ID is going to be the campaign that we just created. And the leads email is going to be the email found. The first name is going to be the results here. So again, split based of a space. And then get first one. And then now we're going to get the second one. The company name is obviously going to be the company name. And the personalization is going to be the dream email. Click on save. Now we just have to copy this, paste that in here. And then now only thing you have to do is just map in the email found and change the result to the results that we have here. Same thing, copy, paste that in here, and it's going to be 2. And the dream email is going to be the dream email. So now, let me just run this at 20 limits, and then let's just save and then run once. There we go. Okay. There we go. Found the email. Just refresh this page. And what I'm going to do is going to type in personalization. I'm going to add send from iPhone. In terms of subject line, I'm just going to type in first name dash. Okay. And then that's pretty much it. All right, so thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about this stuff, feel free to drop them in the comments down below. More than happy to help out to answer. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.